I'm going to say it right now. I don't even want to be here. Survivor 50, no Russell Hantz. That's not Survivor, it's just glorified camping with TikTok influencers. Absolutely disgusting. They almost let that yoga guy from season 12 back in, but not the man who made Blindsides in art form.
Oh, keep crying, Donald. You weren't complaining when you and Biden were double-teaming toddlers at Chuck E. Cheese like WWE heels. You threw pepperoni at a 5-year-old like it was a ninja star. Real presidential.
That baby was giving me attitude, Barack. I saw her smirk when she threw that slice. And Joe was winding up with the ice cream like a frosty baseball. We had to do what we had to do.
Okay, look, I thought it was one of those soft serve wars they have sometimes, like food dodgeball. The rules weren't clear. And hey, that little kid started it when he called me Old Man Conehead.
This reminds me of that one time Jeb told me he got in a food fight at the Texas State Fair, threw a corn dog at the governor's kid, and it stuck on the face. We all thought it was mustard, but turns out it was just his ego leaking.
Okay, can you just shut the fuck up? I have things to do today, places to be, tier lists to rank. I've already spent 15 minutes listening to a summary of Chuck E. Cheese warfare and presidential corn dog trauma.
Relax, Ben. Where do you even have to go? A Facts Don't Care About Your Feelings support group? Or another seminar on why feelings are fake but anime girls are real?
No, let's be real. He's got to finish hacking our Discord calls again. Every week I wake up with a note that says, rank the Brainrot or else. Apparently the police are too scared of him to arrest him again. They already hit him with restraining orders myself. What can I do anymore? Fuck.
Yeah, and it's always signed Ben Shapiro, not Ben Shapiro. Very subtle.
If you guys would just stop derailing everything with personal vendettas and fast food war crimes, we could begin. I spent hours prepping this tier list, but of course you had to rename the tiers again, didn't you? God fucking damn it.
We had to make it understandable for the American people, Ben. Here's how it goes. Mount Rushmore tier. These are the legends, the icons, the meme gods. Sigma tier, absolute alphas, probably unhinged, definitely dangerous. Mid-tier, middle of the road, like your argument style. No one asked tier, just noise, like your podcast. A pile of shit tier, reserved for those who shouldn't exist, like your live-action Moby Dick adaptation idea.
Let's not forget, this channel and the creator officially endorses Siri, Ozzy, and Coach for Survivor 50. Especially Coach. The man did Tai Chi on a raft in season 18 and hasn't aged a day.
Shut up. We're starting now. I'm pulling up the images. And yes, I do have lore. These are not just memes. These are icons of Italian internet absurdism, each with a tale more cursed than the last. Buckle up, because you are about to witness the pinnacle of cultural brain rot.
Are we going to see that cappuccino assassin guy again? I swear he's in my dreams. He was in my closet last week. He told me my soup had secrets.
Let's just get started before Donald turns this into another January 6th of emotions.
After we rank these, I'm tweeting that I'm replacing Russell Hantz with Bombardino Crocodilo as the king of blindsides. Mark my words.
All right, what in the Tropicana hell is this?
This is Yudin Dindun Ma Dindun. Yes, that is the full name. No, you may not abbreviate it. This character's lore is deeper than your foreign policy mistakes, Barack.
He looks like a tangerine who got drafted into the Mr. Universe competition. Is he juicing with pulp?
This looks nothing like me. Nothing. I've never looked like this. I go to Planet Fitness twice a day, okay? I'm at 150 pounds. 140 on a good day. I am not a sentient citrus fruit.
Twice a day? Donald, the only thing you lift is your ego, and even that's a group project.
I don't know, Don. He's kind of got your vibe. Look at those legs. It's like a Florida orange truck crashed into Gold's Gym.
He became this way after eating orange seeds. It's metaphorical, like how you became unbearable after eating up the news cycle for 8 years straight.
You know what? Fine, I do work out. I bench, I curl, I do squats with resistance bands, core work, planks, I even swim laps around my jacuzzi. Best form on the eastern seaboard!
Swimming in a jacuzzi ain't cardio, man. That's just soup with bubbles.
Let's call it like it is. He's a ridiculous concept with a cracked forehead and swole peel. But he does look like he could punch through a smoothie shop.
He gets points for wearing Jordans. Not enough Italian brain rot characters have drip.
Agreed. Drip confirmed. But lore is thin, and the name is more sound effect than identity.
Put him in mid-tier, because he's got potential, but he also looks like what happens when I skip one tanning session.
Mid-tier? It's a fair spot. He's got muscle, mystery, and just enough orange to get Trump paranoid.
Yeah, mid. He's like if vitamin C came with trauma.
What are your thoughts on this character?
Wait a second, hold on. I have those exact sneakers in my closet. That shark is wearing my shoes. I invented tennis shoes, you know, back in '68. Made the first pair with FDR's barber.
Joe, you also told me you had Jesus' sandals, Al Capone's pants, and the hat you wore when the Titanic sank. Are you just hoarding historical artifacts or hallucinating the Smithsonian?
I keep them in the back next to my VHS collection and my box of unsolved cereal box puzzles. I had to fight a raccoon to get those Nikes. True story.
This is insane. Why does this shark have 3 legs and better footwear than half of Hollywood? Look at those calves. That fish has better gym etiquette than people at Planet Fitness.
He's got that post-surf swag, like he just dropped into Tilted Towers, ran a 5K, and stole my daughter's iTunes gift card all in one motion.
Everyone shut your fucking mouths for 5 seconds and let me yap. This is Tralero Tralala, the origin of Italian Brainrot, the first of his kind. The Fortnite-playing, triple-legged shark dad legend. His children are called Tralalaritos. Try to say that without summoning chaos.
I'm sorry, Tralala sounds like a breakfast cereal that makes you hallucinate SpongeBob in Italian opera, and I'd still eat it.
He's in shape. He's got a rival, Crocodilo. He's got lore. Fine. He's a Sigma, but I'm not happy about it. He looks like something that crawled out of a Gen Z fever dream and asked for protein powder.
I respect the drip. Reminds me of my youth. Used to run laps around the Delaware coastline with sneakers just like those, until they caught fire.
Joe, no one believes you invented fireproof Nikes, even if you try to tie it to Roosevelt or Jimmy Neutron.
I'm just saying, if I saw this guy at the beach, I'd let him grill my hot dogs. Man looks like he knows seasoning.
He's got 3 legs, an undefeated Fortnite record, and children that break the laws of grammar and marine biology. This is peak Italian Brainrot.
Sigma tier. He's unbothered, hydrated, and more prepared for beach day than I'll ever be. Let the fish win this round.
Sigma it is. He's the kind of character that'd call you a noob and then backflip into a whirlpool.
How about our tiger friend? How do you feel about him?
I have no words. I have never wanted to uninstall my brain more than right now.
Look at this thing. What is this? What am I even looking at? A jungle predator with a fruit bowl for an abdomen? This looks like a rejected Fruit of the Loom mascot that joined a jungle death cult.
Okay, but biologically speaking, this is a nightmare. No internal organs. The circulatory system is seeds. The torso is dessert. The predator instinct, undermined by being delicious. This is anti-survival.
Come on, man. This is peak creature design. Look at that face, those eyes. They say, I will rip your face off and then politely offer you a slice. I respect that.
He looks like he's gonna maul you, then serve on the PTA board. Like the watermelon version of Tony the Tiger's evil cousin who sells edibles at farmers markets.
I'm sorry, but I don't trust an apex predator who doubles as picnic food. This is how horror stories start. This is how Florida stories start.
Joe, you're acting like this is the second coming of Simba. No, this is produce with bloodlust. If I had to fight it, I'd bring a salad fork and garlic salt.
Also, the name, Tyrellini Watermeli. What is this? A pasta dish? A Pixar villain? A cursed Neapolitan dessert?
Exactly. It's got flavor. It's got juice. It's got claws. This is what America's missing. Fruit with fire.
Joe, with all due respect, this is what happens when someone eats 6 edible brownies and opens Photoshop. No child should grow up knowing this exists.
You know what? No one asked for this. Literally no one. No child wrote this down in a journal. No Italian grandmother whispered this name into existence. It's fruit tiger blasphemy.
Agreed. I don't care if he was carved by Michelangelo himself. This thing goes in the why did this happen to me tier.
Already moving him into the no one asked tier before Biden tries to feed it to us like it's part of the campaign trail menu.
You'll all regret this when he shows up in season 5 of Fortnite Safari Mayhem. I'll be riding him into battle.
Please stop saying that sentence out loud.
Obama, be honest with me right now. Would you eat this thing for dinner? Would you peel that banana and serve him next to mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving? I need answers.
First of all, Donald, what kind of cursed Thanksgiving are you hosting? Second, this thing looks like it teaches yoga on weekends and wins jungle MMA fights during the week.
I don't like how he's just staring like that, like he's seen things. Banana war crimes. I respect it. And Barack isn't eating his own kind, but if you're just talking about the banana, yeah, he would.
He reminds me of one of those mascots they roll out for cereal in Italy, like Bananini Crunchos or something. Comes with a sticker that makes you hallucinate colors.
This is Chimpanzini Bananini, and he is not here to play games. The lore says that if you peel that banana suit, he's ripped, shredded, alpha-coded fruit guardian. It's satire, it's horror, it's nutrition.
He's built like a protein ad, but also like he'll curse your bloodline if you make banana bread without asking. I don't like how smug he looks. Mid-tier smug.
There's something unsettling about a banana housing sentience and biceps. I don't want potassium with a side of existential crisis.
Look at the little part sticking out at the end. That's where his lore lives. That's where he stores the wow and wow energy. That's Monkey Monk. Wait, what did it say again?
The name game ends with monkey, 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 uchi. It's nonsense. It's gold. It's Italian meme linguistics at its peak.
I feel like if you told this guy a knock-knock joke, he'd respond by deadlifting your couch and telling you the GDP of Brazil.
I'm just saying, if I caught him in my kitchen, I'd throw a McChicken at him and hope for the best.
You do realize you're debating dinner plans with a fictional jungle fruit primate on camera for YouTube.
Exactly. It's called patriotism. And mid-tier honor. He gets it.
He's not elite, but he's not trash either. He is mid. Accept it. Fear it. Respect it.
Mid-tier sounds right, but also, can someone check if Hunter's selling NFTs of this guy? Because I swear I've seen this banana with sunglasses and a Gucci belt somewhere.
Okay, I already hate it. Crocodile plane hybrid, dropping bombs. Looks like my worst nightmare after drinking expired Texan hot sauce and watching History Channel at 3 a.m.
This design is literally chaos incarnate. A crocodile welded onto military-grade metal, flinging explosives like it's Call of Duty, unhinged edition. Absolutely not. This is war crime core, and I like to bomb foreign countries. We can all admit to that, but I'm not ranking this asshole higher than the pile of shit tier when he bombs little kids. Joe is literally crying as we speak.
Wrong. This is badass. This is the future of aviation. This is Air Force One if it had the guts. You drop bombs, flash teeth, and fly over CNN's headquarters just for intimidation.
Fun fact, this character has been confused with Spring Bartle in Korea, but it's not. This is Bombardino Crocodilo. He has canonical weaknesses in close quarters, but airborne, he's Apex Alpha.
Hey, what are we talking about again? Is this the Fortnite shark or the one that looks like my old dentist?
Joe, this is literally a crocodile plane hybrid that bombs civilians in the lore. You cannot keep zoning out during the war criminal rounds.
Look, man, I was just trying to find my Frosty coupon. I tuned out when I saw teeth and propellers in the same sentence. I thought it was another Hunter NFT project.
This thing belongs in the bin. It's like someone taxidermied history's worst decisions, slapped on a cockpit, and called it character design. He literally mocks God, and whoever mocks God is literal scum.
He's a force. You can't look at that face and tell me it doesn't scream dominance. And have you seen the rivalries? He's like King Kong with jet fuel. I'd fly him.
You would, of course you would, because this embodies everything wrong with your foreign policy. Loud, destructive, and powered by misplaced confidence.
I will say the meme potential is off the charts, but lore-wise, it's morally bankrupt. Like if a political cartoon had an aneurysm mid-doodle.
He's misunderstood, like me. Powerful, a bit scaly, but iconic, mid-tier minimum.
He should be in a museum, one labeled, "Do Not Open, Unstable Nightmare."
Look, I hate this thing, but for the sake of ending this debate before Joe wanders off again, mid-tier, lock it in.
Hey, I found my Frosty coupon. It expired in 2012.
What am I looking at? Is this some kind of eco-terrorist Bigfoot? Like if the Lorax got buff and mutated into a tree beast from Greenpeace.
No, no, no. Look at the roots. That's sentient forestry. That's Mother Nature getting revenge on all the plastic straws Trump hoarded in his bunker.
Okay, I've read the lore. The name is Burr, Patipim. The first part isn't even his name. That's the sound of a frog named Slim in his hat. That's peak Italian brainrot storytelling. Absolutely useless, but somehow makes it better.
I once met him, yeah, back in 1887. I was swimming in the chocolate river behind Willy Wonka's house, and this guy tried to save me from a gluten explosion. Big feet, kind eyes, saved my soul.
Joe, you can't just keep saying things like that and expecting us to nod along. There's no chocolate river in the Senate. I checked.
Exactly, and this guy doesn't even wear shoes. He's just out here raw footing it, slapping the earth with his ancient crusty bark toes.
Hello? I wanted you all to know. I dumped Discord for Patipim. He's gentle, he recycles, and he helped me replant my entire garden with his fingers. He's my rock.
What the fuck?
Are you telling me a monkey-footed walking shrub stole a pony from a chaos god? That's it. Sigma.
Let's not get hasty. I still think he looks like a rejected tree guardian from an IKEA mythos.
He reads poetry. In Druidic, he named a frog Slim and gave it a home. That's more kindness than half of you have shown today.
She's right. One time I had a frog named Gerald who lived in my cowboy boot. Taught me Morse code. That's why I can still speak fluent frog.
Okay, Joe's lost it. We've got a My Little Pony character vouching for a tree monkey named Patipim. I'm good with Sigma. Let's go.
You know what? He's weird, but he's got soul. Roots, literally. And that story about blowing Slim out of the hat? That's bedtime story tier.
Fine, I don't love it, but we've placed worse. Sigma it is. How about Frigo Camello?
Now hold on just a dang second. You mean to tell me this fella's walking through downtown with a fridge for a body, keeping cool while spreading joy with frosty breath, and we're not putting him high? He's a walking metaphor for Texas survivalism.
Exactly, George. This right here, this is me in 1974, Delaware heat wave. My air conditioner broke, so I duct taped a mini fridge to my chest and walked through Main Street like a legend. They called me the Delaware Desert Mirage. He gets Sigma, no question.
Joe, there is no historical record of that ever happening. And frankly, Frigo Camello looks like something Pixar rejected after one too many edible gummies. It's bizarre, functionally confusing. Fridge, camel, Timberland boots. What's the message here?
This thing looks like it's got sweaty deli meats for organs. And no offense, but if I wanted a character with cold breath and no direction in life, I'd just visit Greta Thunberg. This camel belongs in the bottom drawer. Literally. It's a malfunctioning appliance on legs.
You guys just don't understand Southern values. That's an old soul right there, wandering the earth with purpose, with AC in his gut. He's a miracle, like a climate-conscious Jesus.
George, this character is literally melting in the desert and trying to tell jokes about it. That's not Sigma, that's a cry for help.
I cried when I saw this image, tears, Barack, because it reminded me of my childhood Camel Freezy Joe. He had a fan instead of a tail, and he kept my popsicle safe for 3 whole summers.
You want to keep this thing cool? Just park it outside one of my hotels in the winter. Problem solved. But putting it anywhere above no one asked would be as rigged as the 2020 election.
I just think y'all are afraid to embrace innovation. That's Camel 2.0.
I'll compromise, but it goes in no one asked. Not out of disrespect, but because even his designers didn't know what they were asking for.
Hold up. Everybody shut up. This right here, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in a pink skirt since the '98 Valentine's Day Gala, and I will not elaborate.
Great, another senile old president. Hello to you too, Bill.
She reminds me of my first crush back in 1823. She was a barista and a ballet teacher. Called her Latte Legs Linda. She did a triple pirouette and handed me a mocha the size of a wheelbarrow. Changed my life.
She got that Southern charm, I can tell, even if she's Italian. And look at that foam swirl. Reminds me of a tumbleweed back home. I say Mount Rushmore. Easy.
Guys, she is literally a walking cup of coffee. Her lore includes cheating on her husband with Tung 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 Hunaror, whatever the hell that is. How is this presidential?
And let's not ignore the fact she's married to a paper cup and she's a mug. That's inequality. That's mug supremacy. What kind of message are we sending?
Art is real. Love is caffeinated. And I'm pretty sure if she joined the Nutcracker Ballet, I'd be front row throwing roses.
Gentlemen, please. This is an anthropomorphic beverage with legs and a marital scandal. I swear I came here for a tier list, not a love triangle with froth.
Look, Ben, not everything's about cold facts. Sometimes it's about hot drinks, and she's hot. Trump, don't lie. You've already imagined her asking if you want extra whipped cream.
Excuse me. I have only imagined her bowing to me after serving me a sugar-free, low-fat caramel iced Americano with a side of adoration. She's got style, I'll give her that.
She's the Beyonce of beverages, fellas. She spins, she serves, she slays. I want a sticker of her on my truck.
This is worse than when Joe tried to marry the me news anchor in Tomodachi Life, but fine, I'm outvoted. Let's just get this over with.
Mount Rushmore. Put her up there, between Bombardino Crocodilo and Ben's remaining dignity.
My dignity evaporated the moment I logged into this cursed session.
All right, I'll stay for a few more. Then Monica and I are going to the picnic. She's making cold pasta and hot takes.
Let's just move on, please, before someone proposes to a cup.
Okay, wait. No, nobody say anything yet. That's Uncle Tony, I swear. Uncle Tony from the backwoods of Scranton. He used to chase raccoons out of the church parking lot with a wiffle ball bat and give sermons about respecting tree bark. Swore he saw God in a tree knot once.
Now listen, I don't want to be the guy who makes it weird. Actually, yes I do, but is that a nipple on his chest? Or just a walnut lodged under his fur? Because if he's throwing stones at forest intruders and got that serious mug on, that's a vibe. I say we put him in the do not pet but respect category.
He looks like the guy Jeb hired to mow the lawn in the summer of '94. Real quiet fella, never blinked, wore sunglasses indoors, once brought chili to a wedding reception and told the priest to stop using the holy water like it's Gatorade.
Let's be real. This guy looks like someone they stuck on The Apprentice Woodland Edition. Matteo, you've been eliminated from the forest. Big nose, big hat, big problem. He's definitely one of those, you step on one twig, he's launching a boulder at your Tesla kind of guys.
Okay, but let's not ignore the nuance here. He doesn't attack unless you threaten the forest. That's admirable. It's like Smokey the Bear, but with less smile and more, get off my moss patch before I snap your femur.
Listen, clearly this is a walking allegory for eco-fascism. He judges instantly, launches rocks, and yet we're supposed to see him as a misunderstood guardian. You put him in an HOA, he's writing citations because your bushes are too round.
Ben, you wouldn't understand. Matteo, he once told me, he said, Joey, you don't need to be tall to cast a shadow. That was after he shoved a stick of gum up my nose because I stepped on a fern. True patriot.
He's got that energy. Like if Danny DeVito ran into Gandalf at a biker bar and they made a forest baby. You can't not respect it. Also, I'd let him babysit me.
Babysit? This guy looks like he files taxes using bark. He's got an 8,890S bank teller energy, like he still yells humbug when someone asks for oat milk.
Let's not forget, he's a stone thrower, strategic. If I were in a war and needed a fast little guy to distract the enemy while I made chili, I'd call Matteo first, unless Jeb was available. But he usually gets distracted by frogs. You all know the story by now.
I vote Sigma tier. He's got that reluctant mentor vibe. The kind who throws a rock at you, then guides you to a glowing cave of wisdom with a grunt and a head nod.
Fine, Sigma tier. But only if we acknowledge he looks like if a lint roller came to life and got rejected from Hogwarts.
Sigma tier, but I reserve the right to call him Forest IRS.
Uncle Tony lives on.
Okay, hear me out. I think we're looking at the NSA's bird division right here. This pigeon has been tracking me ever since I tweeted about making pigeons great again. He's got drone tech in his feathers and a warrant in his beak.
He's literally wearing more clothes than Rudy Giuliani on a weekday. That trench coat is government issued. You don't put on sunglasses like that unless you're deep in surveillance or a 1970s jazz detective.
Objectively speaking, this pigeon is an invasive data collecting device. It's the physical embodiment of the Patriot Act, and frankly, I'm disturbed by the amount of swagger it's allowed to exude. Should be mid-tier for civil liberties violations alone.
Looks like that pigeon that followed me into a Waffle House in 1962. Wouldn't stop watching me. I gave him a hash brown and he winked.
Wait. Are we all ignoring the fact that this dude's name is Janeiro Golubro? That sounds like the name of someone who sells bootleg fireworks and secret documents out the back of a 7-Eleven in Eastern Europe.
Ben, I'm not defending government pigeons, but let's be honest, this guy has style. You've got a problem with birds and jackets, but not with the fact that you voluntarily watch My Little Pony lore breakdowns. I do too, but I'm me and you're you. If you don't understand my reasoning, you suck.
That's irrelevant.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and Ben. I see we're ranking surveillance pigeons now. You know, Janeiro once reverse-engineered one of my gadgets and turned it into a poop-guided missile system. That's my influence. He's Mount Rushmore tier. No debate. If you disagree, I'm bombing your toilets.
Oh no, why is she here?
Mio, I had a dream last night. You turned my Roomba into a chainsaw. You let me use your tits as pillows because you felt bad.
That's because I did, Grandpa. Anyway, this pigeon is basically my mechanical cousin. He's smarter than 80% of this group and has better aim than Bush on a Segway.
I only fell down twice.
That's it, I'm out. I can't sit here while Miu starts simping for cyber pigeons. Plus, Monica just texted me. We're going on a picnic and she packed the Fleetwood Mac vinyls. Sayonara, perverts. Sorry, I mean presidents.
Great. Now there are only 2 active perverts instead of 3. Wait, nope, still 3. Biden counts. So does the pigeon.
At least I don't have to hear Bill play Dreams on loop for 2 hours straight. That's a win in my book.
You know what? Miu convinced me. This bird's got sass, tech, and trench coat energy. That's Mount Rushmore tier. Let the pigeons fly. What in the name of overpriced airport sushi is this? That's not a penguin. That's a California roll that learned how to walk and decided to run for office.
I'm not gonna lie. This is either peak creativity or a mental breakdown with a wasabi chaser. He's got the posture of someone who meditates on a frozen lake while plotting world domination.
How is this guy not already extinct? He's literally built like a buffet. You're telling me no seal, polar bear, or even an aggressive toddler with chopsticks has tried to eat this guy yet?
I think I saw one of these fellas in the cafeteria back in Scranton during the 1940s. We called him Slippery Salmon Sam. He was the lunch lady's favorite. Real gentle with the soy sauce.
Okay, so it's clearly a penguin, clearly sushi, and it's clearly trying to be intimidating. But there's a problem. If you live in the wild and you're wrapped in nori, you are asking for death. This thing couldn't survive a sneeze.
Ben, relax. The penguin's a Sigma male. Look at the stoic expression. He knows he's edible and still walks around like he's got a black card and a Tesla.
He's rocking that salmon headband like a warrior monk who trained under Gordon Ramsay.
I'll admit it. This guy's got moxie. If you can strut into the Antarctic with sashimi in your belly and not get eaten, you deserve a medal or at least a frozen fish award.
I hate that you're all romanticizing an edible animal.
You're just mad because he probably ghosted your anime Discord server.
Gentlemen, it's decided. He's weird, he's bold, he's literally food, but he's also iconic. Put him in Sigma tier.
Agreed. This penguin doesn't swim with the current. He is the current.
God bless Sigma Boy. The only penguin that could probably win Survivor and then be served at P.F. Chang's. Sigma tier for Sigma Boy.
All right, first of all, what the hell am I looking at? Is this some kind of Birkenstock commercial made by the Pentagon? Because if it is, I'm suing.
You've got an elephant with cactus legs, wearing sandals, holding time itself. Honestly, I've seen weirder things in Biden's fridge, but this is close.
Now, hold on, Jack. I know this guy. That's Umbalabu, the one who delivered me a pizza back in '62, except he was a unicycle back then. Evolution's wild.
Looks like if the desert joined the circus and said, we got time, we got pricks, and we got sandals. Let's ride.
Factually speaking, this thing should not exist. Biologically, no cactus has evolved to bear the weight of an elephant. And even if it did, putting it in sandals is a war crime against physics.
Shut up, Ben. Why do we even care about your opinion? Can we mute him? Anyway, this elephant's a freaking time god and a fucking legend. He could erase your Twitter account before you even tweet. Honestly, I'd marry him if I wasn't already married to science and dating Dawn.
Well, you people worship broccoli besides bush and talking pigeons, so I don't even care anymore, but I respect the drip. This thing's got sandals and a clock. It's like Flavor Flav met the Lorax.
It avoids violence, uses its brain, and is still capable of total destruction if necessary. That's what I call a true diplomat, unless it stops time to make you trip over a cactus sandal.
My question is, how the hell does it know what time it is in the desert? I was in Arizona once, and the sundial lied to me.
This one reminds me of my Uncle Rango. He tried to stop time once, ended up freezing his TV and couldn't watch the moon landing.
Please stop, for the love of logic.
No, never. I'm promoting this elephant to Supreme Time Commander of the Island of Freaks.
I still don't understand what's going on, but if I don't vote for this thing, Miu's gonna start editing Wikipedia pages about me again. I can't afford another scandal involving lava cake and the Teletubbies.
All right, it's settled. This weird sandal-wearing, time-controlling cactus elephant hybrid is going in Mount Rushmore tier.
This is why aliens won't talk to us.
They already have, Ben. I married one in 1973. Her name was Linda, and she made great potato salad.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you folks. I've seen a lot of things. Crooked Hillary's emails, Sleepy Joe's ice cream shrine, Obama's sock drawer, but this frog tire with legs is where I draw the line.
No, hold on, Jack. I know this guy. That's Umbalabu, the one who delivered me a pizza back in '62, except he was a unicycle back then. Evolution's wild.
According to my calculations, this thing has the body proportions of a cursed physics glitch, and yet I respect it.
Hey son, just checking in. Whoa, what in the Sam Hill are y'all looking at? Is that one of those Indonesian frog tires again?
Yeah, Dad, remember the last time Jeb got kidnapped by frogs? They shoved him in a pothole and told him he was the next Avatar.
They tried to ransom him off for a Chuck E. Cheese gift card and a VHS tape of Home Alone 4. Still overpaid.
At least y'all got peace and quiet while he was gone. I bombed 4 countries in those 2 days and watched the whole Andy Griffith Show marathon uninterrupted.
I'm going to lose my mind. This is a tire with a frog's head and legs. Are you people hearing yourselves?
He's just mad that the tire frog doesn't have free market endorsement deals or legs made out of libertarian talking points.
Guys, focus. According to the lore, this creature was born after oil shot out of the ground during a family vacation. The frog head just appeared. Science can't explain it, but I can.
Well, I like the hustle. Tire body, good for the roads. Frog head, keeps the liberals guessing. Legs, better than half of Biden's cabinet.
Still not as useful as Jeb, though, which says a lot.
Put him somewhere he belongs, preferably not anywhere near foreign policy or my lawn.
You know what? I'm out. This is the 10th fever dream character we've seen today. I have to go Venmo Black Widow and Scarlet Witch for keeping She-Hulk Michelle away from my garage gym. And from Bill Clinton. Again.
Tell Michael I said hi if he breaks in while you're gone.
I'm not doing this again.
Wait, he left before I could tell him about the time Bonieka gave me a foot massage at a Vietnamese gas station run by squirrels.
No more Biden lore, please.
Okay, final vote. We put Boneka Umbalabu in the mid-tier. He's got legs, sort of a head, and no clear agenda. That's good enough.
All right, who's next before Ben combusts?
All right, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at again, but this might be the only coffee I've ever feared. And that includes the decaf Biden kept in the West Wing labeled jet fuel. Forgot to take it with him on the way out, go figure.
I don't trust it. I drank from a cup like that in 1973. Next thing I knew, I was in a Denny's parking lot playing poker with a raccoon in a tuxedo and a 6-foot-tall flamingo named Chet.
This guy is statistically the most competent one we've seen. Dual wielding, assassin gear, Leaf Village headband. He's clearly a high-functioning rogue caffeine entity.
Wait. Ain't this the husband of that ballerina cappuccino chick? The one Biden, Bill, and I were crushing on earlier?
Oh yes, that one. Fun fact, she's been seeing tongue Sahur on the side. Probably even Biden and Bush too, if we're keeping it real.
Whoa, now hold on. I didn't even know her until she pirouetted into my dreams and danced over my lasagna, okay?
He said I was her cinnamon roll man. I wore suspenders for her. You think I do that for just anyone?
She cheats on a trained assassin with you two? What kind of budget rom-com are we living in?
More like a psychological horror, considering the lore. Bombardino Crocodilo scarred this guy as a child. That explains why he sleeps with knives under his pillow and cappuccino foam that tastes like revenge.
I mean, if you're going to assassinate someone over heartbreak, at least have the courtesy to steam your milk first.
You know what? I'm putting him in Sigma tier. Anyone who can slash through heartbreak, speed past trophies in the water, and still make foam art gets my respect.
Yeah, plus if he finds out what happened with his wife and potentially me, I'd like to stay on his good side.
I agree, but he better not touch my Dunkin' Donuts mug. That's federal property, I think.
Okay, so Sigma tier. Let's lock it in before Biden starts inventing new scandals from 1982.
Done. Cappuccino Sassanacha, welcome to Sigma. Just don't spill anything in my Mar-a-Lago guest room.
He just texted me 3 katana emojis and a coffee bean. I'm scared. Let's move on.
Okay, what in the space dairy hell am I looking at? I've seen cows on farms. I've seen Saturn telescopes, but I've never seen Bessie moonwalking through Times Square like it's her galaxy now. She's literally out of this fucking world.
She was at Woodstock, I'm telling you. She danced for 4 days straight, moved at Jimi Hendrix, and then got abducted by Martians who turned her into a planet. It's in the files. You got to read the dairy documents.
This is what Jeb saw in his dream before he got kidnapped by frogs again. A cow wearing Saturn and walking through Manhattan. He tried to warn us. He tried.
I once met a cow like this in 1943. We traded intel on German positions for strawberry milk. That was a hell of a Tuesday.
None of this makes even remote logical sense. It has feet. It has planetary mass. It might be a gravitational threat to the local solar system. Why is it dancing? Why is it in Midtown? Why is everyone pretending this is okay?
You all sound like NPCs watching a divine celestial bovine with ring physics too advanced for your tiny little presidential brains. I'd worship her if I wasn't busy inventing anti-planetary foot lotion.
And why the hell are the feet so big? You could paddleboard to Florida on those toes. I'm not impressed. If I had Saturn, I'd have golden rings, Trump rings. This cow has basic silver. Disgusting.
Yo! Sorry I'm late. Maki let me out of the basement for air. Did I just walk in on a literal planetary cow? Is this real?
Kaito, what? Did Maki unlock your parental controls for once? Who even let you in? And what's your opinion on the Milky Moon monster?
Honestly, I'd put her in Mount Rushmore for pure vibes. But if she ever messes with my telescope again, she's going straight in the black hole.
You ever step in a cow patty and feel spiritual enlightenment? No? Then this ain't for you.
Guys, she dances, she makes people happy, she warps gravity, but she's a danger to infrastructure. I'm putting her in mid-tier.
You know what? For once, Ben's right. If she steps on my Mar-a-Lago golf course, the whole damn resort's going to collapse into the 9th ring of hell.
She brings joy, but yeah, she crushed my ice cream cart last week. Put her in mid-tier. Let her dance, just not in Delaware.
Fine, but one more step and she's getting an orbital boot straight into Uranus.
Next time she brings milk, it better be from this galaxy. All right, okay, no. I've had enough. This Timber Terror, he's just standing there like he wants to audition for Saw 9 Lumber Edition. Why has he got the face of Thomas the Tank Engine after 5 years in solitary confinement?
You know, he kind of reminds me of my Uncle Lenny back in Scranton. He used to stand in the alley behind the Wawa with a baseball bat, not saying a word. Real intimidating, never blinked. People just handed him their wallets. Lenny never even asked.
He's got that look, man. That I heard you didn't take out the trash energy. Or like if you walk by too loud, your kneecaps are getting repoed.
I will admit, purely from a memeometric standpoint, this character is outrageously successful. He is everywhere. TikTok edits, fan games, fan fiction, Grandma Thirst comments. Yes, I've seen the Grandma Thirst comments. I'm disturbed.
Oh, please, let's not pretend we're surprised he's famous. He's hot in a terrifying, unhinged kind of way. I've seen cleaner horror monsters in the back rooms of my own workshop. That wood grain, sleek. That bat, deadly. That face, nightmare fuel, but aesthetic. He's not as famous as me, though.
Wait, you're saying your average internet grandma looks at this monstrosity and goes, yes, please, ruin my retirement plan? Please be my daddy, tongue, say her. I'm sorry, but what dimension did we fall into where this dude is getting simp mail?
I ain't gonna lie, if I saw him walking down the street, I'd lock my doors, say 3 prayers, and apologize to Jeb just in case. But he's got presence, you can't deny that. He's the LeBron James of wooden violence.
He's got that no-nonsense, but maybe all-nonsense vibe. I respect it. Reminds me of the time I mistook a coat rack for a CIA agent. We still talk, I think. Or maybe that was a dream. Anyway.
The point is, this character works. His lore is straightforward and clear. His meme appeal is astronomical. There are games about him. That makes him unique among the Italian Brainrot roster.
Plus, I heard he can go full Titan mode, like actual kaiju form, with roots and armor and glowing eyes. Tell me that's not worth respect, even if you'll be crying under the bed when he appears.
Look, I may not simp for this animated mahogany menace, but I respect the impact. He's got grandma votes. He's got kids scared. He was probably polling higher than Biden in 3 swing states last year. No wonder why Joe dropped out like a pussy.
I'm right here, Jack. And he's still taller than me in that form, even on my tippy toes. Maybe if I had longer toes... No, never mind. I'm spiraling.
Reminds me of the tree that guarded my foxhole in Normandy. Name was Steve. Great oak. Saved my life. Looked a lot like this guy.
All right. I'll say it. He's a Mount Rushmore tier. You win, Ben. You win, Internet. Put the haunted Louisville slugger where he belongs.
I never asked to win this way.
Welcome to the jungle, nerd.
Well, folks, that's it. A tragic ending, if you ask me. I should have hosted this video solo. These guys don't understand Italian art the way I do. I'm off to Planet Fitness to prove I'm not the orange bodybuilder. And maybe, just maybe, I'll post a shirtless selfie next to a dumbbell for America.
You know, I think we did good today. I'm proud of this nation's ability to look at a tire frog hybrid and debate it seriously. That's the Constitution in action, Jack. I'm gonna go break into the White House and lie down in the freezer next to the bomb pop stash. Like, subscribe, and remember to floss.
Well, I'm headed back to Texas. Got an appointment with a possum named Gerald who's been guarding my lawn since Tuesday. He says he's a reincarnated Civil War bugler. I believe him. Hit that subscribe button if you don't want Gerald to haunt your backyard too.
I'll be editing a 12-hour breakdown on why Lirali Larala violates the laws of thermodynamics and why Miu is manipulating the YouTube algorithm through sheer force of tsundere energy. Subscribe, like, comment, validate my opinions.
I'm off to replace the coolant system in my anime boyfriend simulator. It overheated after seeing Cappuccino Assassino dual wielding. Like and subscribe or I'll rig the next rankings list and make everyone regret it, especially Ben.
Hey, can I come out of the basement now? Maki said no, but I unplugged the internet.
No. Hell to the fucking no, spaceman.
Like, subscribe, or we're putting you in the no one asked tier.